Hi, and welcome to another episode of me finding out who I am through the eyes of a white woman. I've been reading this book with the prehistoric people, with the Kikuyu of British East Africa. Now, I'm finding out some stuff that I'm just like, is completely blowing me away. So I've been reading about men and manners. So there's a whole chapter about men and manners. And so this section here is talking about their ears, their ear ornaments. And 4 months before boys went through the initiation ceremony. So basically at around the ages between 11 and the ages of 14, or perhaps maybe 15, something around that, the boys will transition from becoming boys to becoming a man. In order for this ceremony to take place, so these boys, they do several things. They do several rituals. They will dress up with and draw patterns on their body and so on. Yeah, so they'll draw patterns on their body and they'll carry their shield and they will go from district to district singing. And I will cover that, the initiation ceremonies, in another episode, but this one I wanted to talk about the ear ornaments. So around 4 months before the initiation ceremony takes place, one of the things that happens to the boys is that they pierce their ears. So they pierce their ears. And so the earlobe is pierced, and this is extended using larger and larger, if you like, rings to get to the size of a large orange. And they would wear these ornaments at different occasions. But when these ornaments were not worn with the extended earlobe, so the earlobe became quite long. So what they did when they're not wearing it, they would take it and loop it around the ear, up the upper cartilage. And the reason that they did that is obviously because now you have this stringy bit of the earlobe which flaps around. And if that was to get caught on something and get torn, to fix it, they had to have a medical procedure, in which it was stitched back. And that was a very expensive procedure. To have that earlobe stitched back, it cost a whole goat. And goats were actually, obviously, they still are. They were very valuable then, but they still are very valuable. So they didn't want that to get torn, and they hung it on the ear. And so it took about 4 months for the whole process to elongate the earlobe piercing. So then they had 3 on the upper cartilage. So 3 holes were made on the upper cartilage, and they wore some different ornaments. So the top 3 ornaments were called nyori. So those were worn by men. But women, girls and women wore 5 there. But the men wore 3, and then 1 elongated lobe. So that was done basically in preparation for the initiation ceremony for the boys. And of course, the fact that they had had it done showed that they were preparing to become a man. And they would go around the district singing and letting the people know that they were transitioning to become men. So this was a really important time for a young man or a young boy, a middle-aged boy, in preparation for manhood. So they were taught a lot, they were educated on a lot of things in preparation for manhood. But one thing the book notes is something that is truly fascinating. So they note that it is not the Kikuyu custom to remove teeth, because I know some different tribes, they will remove teeth. And this is what they say. They say that no Mkikuyu in the district dealt with either files or removes any teeth. And this I already knew because nobody I knew had their teeth removed. This is more remarkable considering the fearsome practice of the Wakamba, from whom the Kikuyu say they descended. That's interesting. I didn't even know the Wakamba removed teeth or filed their teeth. Maybe that's a really old custom. However, the Maasai too invariably remove the upper incisor in order, they declare, that they may be fed milk when their jaws are clenched with tetanus. Now, I know, I went to school with quite a few Maasai, and they had the tooth removed. But, yeah, so I know that they had the tooth removed, but I didn't know why. So apparently, they had the tooth removed, or either one or two teeth removed, so that when their jaws are clenched with tetanus, they can be fed milk. Wow. Just wow. If you like my content, subscribe, like. I'm on Blue Sky, I'm on YouTube, I'm on Instagram, I'm on TikTok. But share, comment, let me know what you think. Take care for now. Thank you. Bye.